Yo, man, back at it again. Another episode on the Real Rap Coalition podcast. It's your boy Black Roos here again. Another rendition of our segment Crash Course Invincible Season 1, and this is episode 3. Um, so far, just to speak on the show as a whole, I think the show is pretty good. Uh, I was having a conversation with Slim on the last show, talking about Gen V and the similarities between the boys and this and Gen V. Uh, and I forget which one came first. I'm pretty sure the boys came first, and then this came around a little bit time after. But yeah, I can definitely see the similarities. You know what I'm saying? The power scale, the different the different storylines and things of that nature. It's very similar. I feel like with anything else I would have an issue with that, but with this I don't. So it's a pretty good show so far. Yeah, so let's get into it, man. Sorry, trying to do some little shit here, little background music, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they start off with the memorial for the Guardians. Omni-Man pulls up like Bishop from Juice and gives a speech, and it's a pretty good speech, you know. And then he peels off, you know, whatever the fuck. Then they do a private burial because they don't want people trying to go and dig up souvenirs and shit like that because people are fucking weird. So they do a private burial for the close family and friends, you know what I'm saying? And Omni-Man speaks again, and as he's speaking, they weave in the title again. They weave in the Invincible title, right? I fuck with that heavily. I love when shows do that. One of my favorite shows, Archer, they do that very often. Not necessarily with the title, but their transitions between settings and people who are talking is based off of what is being said by the previous character. The previous character will be saying something that has to do with the situation, and then in the middle of their sentence or towards the end of it, they'll use that to transition into the next one, and the person on the other side is in another situation, and it's as if they're finishing the sentence of the last person. It's not as in depth with Invincible, but I fuck with it either way. I fuck with transitions. So like I said, they weave the title into the the speech and whatnot. Dark Blood, shout out Dark Blood. I was holding the fuck out of him, calling him Demon Detective, but his name is Dark Blood. So Dark Blood pulls up uninvited, of course, to press Omni-Man on what really happened with the Guardians. You know what I'm saying? And I can't tell if Omni-Man knows or not. He seems rightfully aggravated with the fact that he's being questioned like this. Maybe something really did take over and he just killed the Guardians on accident and don't really even remember it. I think that's possible. But yeah, Dark Blood is pressing him and whatnot, and Omni-Man not feeling that shit. He irritated with the fact that he's even there at the burial. He seems offended with all of this questioning and shit. At the same time, Cecil, which is the government guy who's leading the thing on superheroes and keeping them in line, and I guess shit like that, he tries to recruit Robot Man, which is the leader of the team, because they're gonna need more Guardians. They're gonna need a new Guardian team, so they look to him to be the recruiter for that new team and the leader for that new team. But yeah, they push on through that. Omni-Man is completely disassociating from the people he helped into the dirt. Like he killed the motherfuckers, and as soon as he get to the crib, he talk about, "Hey man, y'all trying to order some pizza?" Like, bro, what's up with you? You good? You all right? Like, we just left from a funeral, bro. A good bit of people died in the most brutal way, and you trying to munch on some pizza, cuz? You all right? Mark is pissed. Mark is pissed. He. What do you mean pizza? I'm not trying to have no pizza with you, bro. I just came from a funeral. You just came from a funeral. You spoke at 2 funerals. What's wrong with you? You know, and Omni-Man is kind of, you know, trying to get him to forget about that. He says, you know, you can't bring that stuff home with you. You can't bring that the feeling of the job. You know, the weight of it has to stop at the door when you come to the crib. Which understood. I can understand that. I can understand that with having a regular job. You don't want to bring that, especially having a family. You don't want to bring that home with you and cause the shift the energy in the house. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta feel it. And so, but Omni-Man is not even. It's like he's not even present with who's in the house right now. He all on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. He was talking crazy about Red Rush. He just said I mean the nigga fast, but that's it. This is why he was talking to Debbie, his wife, and she's just kind of like, you know, you don't feel wrong for saying shit like this. You know, Mark is dealing with our son. His son is dealing with this for the first time, and you coming here talking about ordering pizza, and now you talking about one of your friends. He stopped her, coworker. I don't fuck with them niggas like that. But yeah, man. Cecil and them got Omni House bugged. We found that out a little bit at the end of the last episode. So they're watching this whole conversation. But anyway, back in the last episode, Mark ended up getting Amber's number, the only black girl so far. That's not true. Green Ghost was black. I forgot about that. But one of the black females that he goes to school with, she's interested in him. You know, she slid the number through the bully and everything like that. But he called her and he set up a little date. Now, let's keep in mind, this nigga Mark don't talk to hoes. Clearly. He don't talk to hoes. This nigga nervous as shit. He all stuttering and whatnot on the phone, hands sweaty, knees weak, mom spaghetti, all that. Yeah. Like he's nervous as shit. But he finally sets up a little study date. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get to know Amber a little bit. She trying to get to know him. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Little something. But anyway, Adam Eve, they switch to her. You know, they go to her point of view. Adam Eve, she at the lair and shit. Rex was Duplicate comes out of the shower. She you know, taking a little, well, it seemed like she's taking a little shower, but she seemed a little nervous. She seemed a little startled that Adam Eve is there. All of a sudden, this nigga Eve pressed the situation. She's like, why you acting so nervous? Who was that I hear in the shower and all this other shit? Come to find out, Rex in the shower with 2 more duplicates. This nigga in there having but yeah, he in there getting free. And Adam Eve is pissed. She's like, man, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga, I'm out of here. So she take off. They go back to Robot Man. He's recruiting the new Guardians team, right? Adam Eve is there, and you know they start going through the little qualification. You know they have them catch phase and shit like that in order to see what their powers are, see if they're weak or not. You know, shit like that. Eve smacked the shit out of some big slow nigga, beat the shit out that nigga. Some big white man with 8 powers. Good job on ducking the racism, because y'all know what would have happened if that ape was black. Y'all know what would have happened. But yeah, beat the shit out of this big monkey man, white monkey man, all that. Some nigga named Black Samson beats up somebody. Yeah, so then they go through the whole what's it? I guess you would call it a montage of fighting or some shit like that, of all these little fight scenes and shit, and then they end up introducing the team. As Robot Man is introducing the new people of the team, Rex tries to hold this little girl named Monster Girl for her age and shit, cause she young, she a little girl. He trying to get on her ass and shit like that, but she not having that shit. She automatically start holding the shit out this nigga. There was a whole lot of small dick jokes. Then she beat the shit out this nigga, like badly. So bad that Invincible got to step in. He step in, smack her. They do a little, oh my god, he hit a girl. This bitch is a fucking super scroll right now. Fuck out of here. This ain't no little girl. I just punched a fucking gremlin. 6 foot, 7 foot gremlin in the face. Get out of here. Get over it, nigga. But yeah, Invincible steps in, stops the fight. Then all of a sudden everything cool again. The nigga Rex feelings is clearly hurt, but whatever. Robot Man ends up introducing the whole squad, the whole new Guardian squad, which is Black Samson, Shrinking Ray, Duplicate, Monster Girl, Rexplode, and Adam Eve. Adam Eve pissed. She ain't trying to be on no squad with Rex. She really like fuck that nigga. So he take off. In the middle of this, I hear a familiar voice, which is Black Samson voice. Nigga sound like Cyborg from Teen Titans. Turns out that is Cyborg from Teen Titans. Carrie Payton. He was also in Walking Dead as Ezekiel. You know, so we've heard his voice on both of the Teen Titans. I'm sure a whole bunch of other shit. And then we saw his face on Walking Dead and shit like that. But and I don't remember if I mentioned, but the directors for this show are the same directors for The Walking Dead, which is why you'll see a lot of, if you go to the cast or you listen to the voices, you'll recognize a lot of people from Walking Dead are voice acting in Invincible now, which I think is pretty dope. But where was I? Yeah, Carrie Payton. Rex is a bitch ass nigga. I don't know what's up with this nigga, why he just keep talking shit to people, but he go to try to hold Samson, talking about, yeah, you lost your powers, you just got a super suit, but you just got beat up by a little monster bitch. Your dumb ass out of here, fake ass Gambit. Fuck you, nigga. But anyway, they have this whole little conversation and everything like that, and the team is clearly not teaming right now. They're not really getting along like that. Then they go into this explanation on why, because Robot Man was passing out workout schedules and shit, and apparently he got everybody on 2-a-days. Well, Monster Girl can't have 2-a-days because every time she goes in her monster mode, she loses age. Like, she goes down in age. They didn't specify how much time she loses or retracts, but that happens every time she do that shit. So but yeah, so they do that. They have that little conversation and shit. While they're having this conversation, Omni-Man is looking down on them like, pitiful. These little ass niggas, little bitch ass, little soft ass niggas. Fuck these little niggas. They shit. They're shit. They ain't a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? But he up there hating and shit. But I mean, he Omni-Man, so I guess he can. You know, you can't really do much about that. But yeah. Sorry, I wanted to switch up the song. Mark's friend Andrew helps him get ready for his little date and shit, right? Clearly this nigga don't get on hoes because he talking about a whole bunch of shit that's not even gonna matter once what's her name? Once Amber get there. But yeah, so Amber gets there, they go up to the room, they in there chilling and shit like that. Mark starts getting a phone call. And his phone keep ringing and keep ringing and keep ringing. He finally tried to turn his phone off, but Amber's like, let me go to the bathroom real quick while you handle that shit. As soon as she walk out the door, Cecil, as a hologram, pops up in the room and shit. said, "Hey, I need your help real quick, bro." So apparently there's this dude, this rogue villain with earthquake bracelets, as Mark referred to him later on. He got some earthquake bracelets, and he causing a ruckus at damn, what's the shit? Why I can't remember it. Mount Rushmore. Shit, that's crazy. I forgot about that shit. He causing a ruckus at Mount Rushmore, and he need Adam, Eve, and Invincible to go and take care and handle that shit. His name is Dr. Seismic or Doc Seismic, some shit like that. Not the worst name that I've heard. It's probably one on the better side. Definitely not the worst powers I've seen. This nigga, well, he ain't really got powers. He just got braces and he's smart. But this nigga was doing some cold ass shit. Like, this actual whole fight scene was pretty cold. And to go back a little bit, right before the fight scene started, he was kind of speaking some little bit of facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, y'all worshiping these old slave owners and shit just because they was presidents at one point in time. We ain't gonna talk about that, but I mean, he was speaking a little facts. So, but yeah, so Mark, Adam, and Doc Seismic get the scrapping and shit. Mark did some cold ass shit. Motherfucker was flying and shit. He turned himself into a drill, went down on the ground, came back up, socked the nigga. I thought that shit was cold as fuck. But yeah, after that, all the ending was weird. I didn't know how to take the ending of that fight scene. I don't know if Doc Seismic committed suicide with having the lava come up, or he would doing that as a way to escape, and he had something planned for that, or what, I don't know. But so Nolan. Oh, sorry. Mark gets back to the crib. He still got a suit on and shit. He trying to hurry up, get back to Amber. Nolan, or Omni-Man, is in there. He got his suit on. Just got done beating the shit out of some big ass monster and shit, which I found out. One little tidbit of info. It's called a kaiju. So a kaiju is basically what the Kraken, Godzilla, and King Kong are. It's Japanese for strange beast. So the big, huge monsters that you be seeing and shit, like I said, the Kraken, the motherfucking Loch Ness monster, and all of those shits. They in Japanese culture, it falls in under a kaiju. So I thought that was pretty dope to find out. Well, they mentioned it. I looked it up, and that's what I found out. But yeah, Nolan gives his son some advice, some pretty good advice. Do I remember it? No, didn't really care that much. But he also tells him, "Hey, bro, you might want to change before you go upstairs, because the nigga still had a suit on." But yeah. So fast forward past some little fill in the blank bullshit. Eve is back at the lair and shit, and she hear fireworks outside, and she get pissed because she know who it is. This bitch ass nigga Rex. He out there trying to apologize and shit, but she ain't going. She ain't going. Like, nigga, fuck you. You did what you did, and I ain't with that shit. The part that was kind of weird, she ain't really never like. So the thing between her and Rex popped off apparently because Rex assumed that she was dealing with Mark, behind his back and shit. But really, all it was is they was bonding over being superheroes at the same school and shit. But he made a bitch ass move off of that shit, and that's what ended up with them breaking up and shit. But even though that type of shit wasn't going on, and Eve and Mark ain't been knowing each other for about 3-4 days, she go to seek comfort from him. And I don't know if that's because of a lack of friends or with recent events of them fighting together and shit like that. I don't know. I just thought that was a little weird. I felt like they skipped a few steps with that. But cool. She pull up on Mark window and shit, and Mark getting there getting busy with Amber. And she don't she don't trip too much. She good job. And she proud of the bull. But cool. Yeah. So they did the little title thing again. Not title, the credit shit. So what they do, and same thing with Gen V, same thing with the boys. So about 20 minutes before the end of the shit, they'll flash the credits a little bit for like 15 seconds, not even that long. And then they go to, excuse me, then they finish out the episode, which is usually something completely different, something and it's something to kind of make you want to watch the next episode. So this time they go to the jail where they keep all the supervillains and shit, right? This guard, he out there passing out pot pies and shit. He pull up on one of the blue twins. Blue twin one. He, oh shit, you got pot pie, nigga? Like, I'm on it. Let me get that. You get on the pot pie. He go on to the next blue nigga as he's, handing out the tray. So how they have it is just for security measures. They open the outside of the little tray shit. Open that, put the food in there, close that, then open the other side to keep from happening what happens next. We don't see who it is at first, but he go ahead, press the button for both sides to open at the same time. Nigga, blue nigga like, man, I hate to do it to you, but it's gotta happen. Snatch the nigga, break his motherfucking nose, use his hand and shit. And there was a little comedy thing there, a little tropey, but it was cool. But he used dude's unconscious body to help him get out of the cell. Same thing for his partner, the other blue nigga. Nah, they running through shit, like, but they getting help at the same time. They running through shit, they getting help, they getting out. They finally get to the other side, up top side, and this little sentry weapon is up there. One blue nigga, in which I don't know the difference between the two. Apparently, one is the clone of the other. But one blue nigga used the other blue nigga to defeat the fucking sentry. Just used him as a human meat shield. Like, goddamn, just threw his ass in that motherfucker. He was not worried about it neither. He didn't feel bad or nothing. Nigga said, peace out. It's gotta happen to you. But from there, they do the last little tidbit. Debbie's in her house. I think she was reading or some shit like that downstairs in the living room. Dark blood pull up again. Run down on Debbie looking for clues and shit for what happened to the Guardians. Debbie is pissed. Nigga, what you doing in my crib? What's up with you? So he's still trying to press the line. Your husband ain't tell you nothing. He ain't tell you nothing that happened. I passed out and some shit took over me. I passed out and da-da. He ain't tell you nothing. She like, nah, he ain't tell me nothing. But what your bitch ass doing in my crib? In the middle of that conversation, Nolan come downstairs. Dark blood, peace out at the same time that he come down. I thought it was weird though, because Nolan comes down clearly in the middle of their conversation. He hear her talking and shit, and he don't see nobody but Debbie. He like, what's going on? He's like, nothing. She like, nothing. I was just going to bed. He's like, you sure? She's like, nah, I'm straight. She go up. I thought that was weird. A nigga just invaded y'all's space. So maybe I'm thinking she might think something going on. Maybe she not getting the whole story from Nolan. He has been acting strange, kind of lashing out aggressively, doing a lot when it comes to his superhero, doing a lot when it comes to his parenting. He just been acting a little weird. So maybe she think it's something up with him. I think that little conversation with Dark Blood led to a little bit of doubt. So I'm sure that's gonna go somewhere. But yeah, that's how I end. Nolan can clearly see that there was somebody there because he know the cold shit. Whenever the demon nigga Dark Blood show up, he could see his breath and shit. As Debbie walk off, he realized he could still see his breath, and he get a little curious. I'm sure that's gonna probably lead to something too. I have an idea of where it's gonna lead, but I'm not gonna say yet. But yeah, man, that was episode 3. I think they're still doing a lot of story building. I think they're kind of slow walking it a little bit. On a wide scale, I feel like they're slow walking it a little bit. Now, I don't know what to expect because the most that I've seen of this show was the big fight scene between Omni-Man and the Guardians from the first episode. That's all I saw. I haven't heard nothing else about it. Anytime somebody else talk about it, I ignore it because I knew I was going to eventually watch it. So I don't know where this is going to go, but I am excited to see where it goes. So, yeah, that's episode 3, season 1 of Invincible. This has been your boy, Black Roots, from the Real Rap Coalition podcast. And we out this bitch.